I'm Dennis Queen. I'm from Disabled People Against Cuts. I also work with a few other organisations, including WASP sometimes, so it's awesome to see them here today. Along with many other groups that are discriminated against, disabled people are disproportionately living on low incomes and in poverty. And that means when we have a legal case to fight or to bring, we're more likely than a lot of other citizens to need to use the legal aid system. Now, I think someone said today only about 50% now of the population can actually afford to pay for their own legal funding. Well, if only half of people in this country can afford to pay for their legal representation when they need to either bring a case or respond to a case, that isn't justice. Justice isn't something you only give to the rich. Justice isn't something that you only get if you can afford it. And that's why we've had legal aid for 64 years. It's an attempt to level the playing field. In our organisation, we've relied on the legal aid system to bring cases to contest some of the disgusting things that our government is trying to do to our people. As has already been mentioned today, we lost a case against the bedroom tax. We've also used it to challenge the closure of the Independent Living Fund, which stops people who need 24/7 carers from being locked away in institutions instead of staying in their own home. Another right that is not a basic right we can necessarily expect. We've also used it to challenge the changes to the personal independence payments. But more personally, as protesters, because DPAC is a protesting organisation, most of what we do is take to the streets and protest. And as I'm sure lots of you, especially lawyers here, know, we spend a lot of time dealing with legal cases, particularly against the police. Now, if we are arrested on those protests, as I myself have been, I have used legal aid a number of times. Thank you, Robert. I saw you earlier. Happy birthday, and thank you for getting me out of trouble again and again and again on legal aid. When protesters on our demonstration were being tipped out of their wheelchairs into the road by police officers, who came to represent us? It was a legal aid lawyer. It wasn't somebody else. And these are not cases that we can bring ourselves. We rely on firms such as Robert Lizar and other organisations to come in and stand up for our rights, which are supposed to be equal to other citizens. Without that legal aid, we can't carry on protesting. We can't carry on working in conjunction with legal professionals who are also on our side. And David Cameron says we're in it together. Well, we might not be in it together with that prick, if you pardon my language, but we're in it together, and that's the really important thing. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Dennis.